Robot Rix has correctly joined the channel.
Dodge this!
Everybody stand back! Let's look!
Don't get frostbite!
Strike a pop! Shower me with... Let my name echo in song!
Cool it!
Go in! That's gonna hurt in the morning! Let's light it up!
Take this!
Bellowing thunder! Here!
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time.
Take this! Yeah!
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine!
Cool it!
Thunderclap!
Shower me with praise!
Lightning flash!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
Freeze!
Below par.
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
You're open! Here!
Let my name echo in song! Yoo-hoo!
Take this!
Strike up the Shower me with praise!
Wanna just die, Hammer?
Let the world collide! Everybody stand back!
Lightning flash!
Cool it. This moment will be frozen.
Should replace my hammer.
Take this!
Don't look at me like this. Let's light it up!
Fry!
Bellowing thunder! Here!
Fry!
Freeze!
Lightning flash!
I got carried.
Cool it!
Wind blade!
Picked the wrong test subject.
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
Are you...
No, I'm not.
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gray. What's going on?
I travel...
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost. I think he must be new to the city. Probably wandered away from his parents and...
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who's lost. It's my dad.
Your dad? How does a fully grown man manage to get lost in Liyue Harbor?
Well, my dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little...
So... what about your...
She went out a few days ago to gather some herbs for my dad, but she still hasn't come back. Meanwhile, my dad's been getting worse and worse. I remembered that the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy always runs a clinic, and when we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, my dad was gone. I asked the Millith guys to go find him, but he said they won't be able to send that many people. So then I figured, maybe I can ask some other people in the city to help.
You came to the right place. We're pros at...
Genshin can help. She has a good sense of smell, like a dog.
Hey, who's talking about me behind my back?
Genshin, Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need to be upset. Hello, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy. How might we be of service?
You have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baiju?
Uncle Baiju?
Shang, now's not the time. My dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's condition?
Yes, Uncle... Doctor.
I see. And your family lives near...
Uh-huh.
Is Ayu? By any...
Whoa, yeah, it is. Do you know my mom, Dr. Baiju?
I certainly do. Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing matters in the pharmacy at the moment? Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine, so I would very much like to assist...
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we...
Oh, really? Well, that's one...
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first.
Family is...
Thank you. Then, Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with me and Ayu?
His fam...
They searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield. But where are we going?
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Hey there, buddy. Dr. Baiju. What brings you out this way?
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the...
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of man... As for updates...
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't believe he was
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
You will? Oh, great. We can't thank you enough.
Sorry we weren't able to find...
That's okay. Thank you for trying.
customer. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but... Huh?
Dad!
Hey, Hu Tao!
My, who do we have here? It's the Traveler. My worst nightmare.
I see she still hasn't warmed to you.
Thank you, Director Hu, for saving this man.
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Ayu.
You're... Ayu?
Your name is Jia Liang, and you live just west of Qingsa Village. You were supposed—
Oh, my name is Jia Liang. Liyue Harbor. See the doctor?
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Boo... Sorry, Hu Tao. Gotta dash. Dinner's on us next time.
Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state, are you?
Huh? Why not? What's the problem?
Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to spot the sun? Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away?
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
There are traces of god remains in Jia Liang's system.
Oh, yes, but more important...
Paimon, sorry. What?
God remains?
There's no need to worry, It is the sworn Besides,
Now you're bringing my...
merely...
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being... Okay, deal. We're not gonna... I'm happy to do it your way.
You must be pleased you brought the Traveler along. Otherwise, this would have been a much more vexing ordeal.
Well, time is of the essence. Blockages within the cardiovascular system, reduced blood flow and energy circulation. I see. I suppose this must have caused the...
Dr. Baizhu, how bad is it?
Don't you worry. Baizhu's a real...
Ayu, do you know when your father first started displaying these symptoms?
I'm not sure. He's been like...
So it's been a long time indeed. No, I have a treatment plan. Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that...
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Hu...
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be...
Yes, of course, absolutely.
See you tomorrow, Baizhu.
Bye for now.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now. Come on.
All's well that ends well, huh? You know, Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. Yeah, you must be curious too, right?
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docks doing search... Hello, you busy bees, and what... Actually, don't tell...
Guilty as Oh, and also, how come you and Baizhu could tell so quickly that Jia Liang...
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor... Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Along these days...
Okay,
almost certainly from his mouth.
Wow,
according to that pharmacist, my grandpa had a huge argument. So my grandpa...
Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have... But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met, and on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the...
In what way?
Don't know. But... One thing I do know about Baizhu is that anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally...
After all that, it seems like we have more questions than answers. Never mind. New day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jialiang is doing.
Dad!
Oh, are you?
Dad, you remember?
Yes.
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baiju's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baiju.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's...
Not at all, Dr. Baiju.
You're still in the early stages of recovery.
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and...
Director Who, do you have any further reservations?
It seems like But... how did you accomplish this in a single night?
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Oh, come on, Baiju. I'm not that...
I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baiju, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
Yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Chiangsheng and myself for a moment.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my... But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody?
Who's there? Why did you follow us here? Oh, it's...
What did I just say about putting on a brave face, Traveler? Paimon, the truth is, Baiju did not cure Jialiang's illness. Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to Baiju, can you please explain all of this?
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this I believe the irregularity purged from Jialiang's system.
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baiju's strange choice of a necklace. Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the... I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical text. Whoa. Guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
Please, that's enough.
Wait a sec. Who told us saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious...
Hardly.
Still, but Traveler, Paimon, would you lend... Baiju, don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot expect to hide this...
Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Dad, you...
Yes.
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baiju's gonna help too. Right now...
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhu.
My pleasure.
Not at all, Dr. Baizhu.
You're still in the early stage.
I suggest you...
Director Who, do you have any
It seems like... But... How did you accomplish...
Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy...
Oh, come on, Baizhu.
Yeah, I've been stuck in...
Yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Changsha.
Suffering now, are we? But in any case, why must you keep this a secret?
Who's there?
Ah!
Why did you follow us here? Oh.
What did I just... Traveler, Paimon. Instead, he transferred... Baizhu...
My predecessor... I believe the irregularity... The poison has...
Changsheng? Hey, I'll have you know I was treating patients... Whoa. Guess you...
Please, that's enough.
Wait a sec.
Hardly.
Still, Traveler, Paimon... What... Baizhu. Don't...
Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Huh. Paimon doesn't...
The poison in Jialiang... Yes. I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded spot to the west of Qingsa village. Let's head there together once, as well as investigate... Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here.
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I, and...
Supposedly. Wait, Changsheng, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu?
Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master. But for what... The last time she visited us, she and...
Quarrel? What happened? I don't know. I did not witness the argument.
Nor did Matt...
Oh.
No.
Paimon never...
So a few...
What the...
Let's split up. But if...
Traveler, Paimon, come quick! What is this?
Changsheng and I found a hidden compartment.
You sense it too? Is it... breathe?
No. Your eyes do not... Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. If it's a concoction of...
Offshoots? So...
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison...
The call of the...
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient.
This is getting crazier and crazier. poison was carefully hidden away in his secret compartment. The one who... You mean... Jialiang? Why would he poison himself? Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here. And who might have Huh? So you're saying... it was Jiang Li? Wait, but... that doesn't make any sense either! Why would she poison her own husband?
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as...
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. Yes. According to the origins... So if we can find and destroy the source of these god... Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Even the history books... Didn't you used to be on good... Well,
Changsheng's memories and power... These days, she has to enter a contract with a...
Whoa. What? Hey! Plenty of people with my assist... Stronger and healthy? Baizhu...
Unfortunately...
Temperament? Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're... Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck! This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand.
With how antisocial they are? What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are true...
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
You called?
Gets Paimon every time. Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baizhu of Bubu Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware...
Huh? You two already...
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you see. A vile monster known as the Che once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis... The seal is still mostly intact. However, its aura... I do not like to... But when demonic forces are involved, things can... Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions. Immortality may not...
I shall treasure your words of instruction.
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the... That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiang Li must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips.
Master, there's a problem.
Gui? Did you run all the way from Bubu Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath.
It's Jialiang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that everyone, back to Bubu Pharmacy.
What's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baishu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baishu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood.
When Gui left, he was still conscious.
Gui, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baishu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is that really... No other...
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still...
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. Wait, where's Dr. Baiju? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be...
Oh, really? I don't know how I can begin to repay him for Speaking of which, has there been...
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again.
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. Though, on the bright...
Traveler? Baiju hasn't shown his face ever Huh? Hey, wait up!
Huh?
You're finally awake? That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant.
So, how much longer? They've been outside waiting for you. Surely he hasn't. Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baiju! Changsheng!
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday.
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment. And as a result...
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. Jialiang has a rare... though it was created from...
Had he not taken it all these years...
Still. You... Moreover...
That explains why Ayu said his dad...
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around. Because humans have no... I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save...
I never suspected to sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go be...
Well, I think that in any case, I have her regular exposure to... And given that she's already been missing for several days...
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baiju.
Ah! It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baiju, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no... After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much. I'm sure I'll be able to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility.
I never expected. There's only one thing I fear now.
Very well.
Dr. Baiju, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it...
Doctor...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Mother Lode's influence is growing stronger. Jialiang, can you sense which direction...
I think it's... this way. Yes, I'm sure of it. I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you...
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead? The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel. A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these...
Judging by the tools... But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here, but she said that the method would...
Easy, Jialiang. Come... Mind the side effects.
Don't get frostbite.
Yeah.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
The doctor was saying.
Freeze!
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense?
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had no doubt an encounter with after them, Gian...
That's right. This sensor. This is where...
Jiao
I'm fine. Let's keep going. Feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Aha! We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here. There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
Here! Thunderclap!
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the better.
Cool it!
Let's light it up! Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, take this!
Time to shine! The doctor was seeing.
I'm going in!
Freeze!
Lightning flash! Following thunder!
Jiangli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back. Remember, help comes first.
Look out!
Yeah!
Let my name echo in song!
Yeah!
Freeze! Mime the side effect.
Let's light it up!
Dodge this!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
The doctor will see you.
Dr. Baiju, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away! It's not as simple as that. The poison within Jialiang's... If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect. And the poison... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains...
I wondered when this day might...
Wait! But we've all been working, Baiju. You're great...
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiangli, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her...
Dr. Baiju, give it to me straight. How long does Jiangli have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary...
But, Dr. Baiju, if I continue to sustain my own life using... I know for a fact that if my choice can bring Jiangli back...
Jialiang.
After...
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry.
Jialiang.
I am sure that over the years, Jiangli will have tried all the conventional methods known.
Mortals are fated to grow. What a crazy situation. Jiangli risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And now, Jialiang has to
I've seen many.
In the human realm, all things, at least.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice, I cannot help but think that theirs...
When all this began, so, I know that... I've said my goodbyes.
As you wish.
It will eat away at...
I'll take it.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live... Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Jialiang! 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 Jialiang!
Dad, are you awake?
Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in it?
Dr. Baiju, I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I am as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect. In the end, all I know is that if I'm present, and even this...
Oops.
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may...
No wonder he didn't mention the... All I wanted was to help. Leave it to Boo Boo. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one.
You stay away from my dad!
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng Funeral Parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Is she finally gone?
All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, at times like this, a grand celebratory...
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago.
Yay! Paimon camp! Alright, first things first.
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu,
Don't mention it, Jiangli.
just your duty, huh? Herself would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu.
The doctor will see you.
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Huh. Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changsheng's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this. The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old, and I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another, And then you tried the poison on yourself, too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that, some of them, I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad'll be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only hope so.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay? Every single mortal I've ever contracted with. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is, until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baiyu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison, poison? And what makes a disease, a disease? When it comes down to it, are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body? If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Changsheng to... This leaves only one solution, doesn't it? Precisely. I will be Changsheng.
Even the gods of...
For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of...
Dr. Baiju, Traveler! What are you still chatting about? The food...
We also have coconut milk.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but... I do envy Paimon sometimes.
True. And yet, are such things...
Rest assured that she seems totally as the people's mother.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Well, thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
you